Hello, everyone. Good to see you again here. And today we are going to talk about three things only. The first one is I will be commenting on the good parts that I found from your translation for Sing Street. And the second one will be on points that we need to improve from the translation of Sing Street. And the third one, it will be an example of a brief that I received from one of my clients. Hopefully you can use this brief example as a guidance for you, because it seems like you haven't been you are not aware still of the importance of uh, being strict when it comes to number of characters. Okay. All right, now let me show you this screen from me. Right. As usual, I'll just turn off my camera. Okay, here we will be looking at three areas only. The first one is on some good things I found from your translation. You used natural sounding language, the language that you used, the word choice that you used in the translation are most of the time very natural, like kore. You use some of you use pemantik, which sounds formal and acceptable in movies especially, but most of the time when we talk we usually say korek, right? Korek api, or yeah, things like that. And you use many of you use the more natural sounding, which is korek api, for that. And there are many words in the language that you translate it into a natural sounding one. Like instead of saying nomor telepon all the time, many of you used nomor, which is acceptable considering the context. When you say nomormu berapa, we know that what you mean is nomor telepon, not nomor sepatu or nomor rumah and so on, right? So sometimes we just need to be we need to realize that our word choice, no matter how minimum it is usually okay for a colloquial conversation. And oh, sorry, I was commenting on the colloquial words. What I mean by natural sounding language is the sentence structure that you used. Uh, the sentence structure here fits well in with the context. It is an informal context, two teenagers talking to each other, and their sentences are often not complete, but they understand each other, and you replicate that in the translation. So it's good in that sense. And there is also few translations that use slang words, or even slang sentence structure, and I think it's a brave move. Uh, when you translate something not professionally, which means you translate something for certain groups of people, certain communities, it is certainly okay to do that. Some websites even want you to translate words in a, say, colloquial or informal way. And they want to, for example, like vice.com, they want to embrace the younger generation of readers who use that language. Sometimes they consciously or intentionally avoid using formal language. So when some of you decided to use brief slang translations, in this case, I would understand that. It is a movie about teenagers, and it might be directed towards teenagers, so it's just fine to use slangs. However, if you translate it for a major TV station or major movie distribution company, then you need to use the more, I would say, formal or uh, less informal language style. Okay, language register, I mean, not style. Okay, the next thing will be on things to improve from your translation. And I got that many of you, well, almost all of you, were concerned about the use of accent here. does the character say good look, which means facially looking good, or good luck, but pronounced as good look? That would be a question. I tried to find on YouTube how to say good luck in Irish. And the YouTube video says that it's to learn the Irish language, not English in Irish accent, but Irish language. But the person who presents that is an Irish woman. And she says, this is how you say good luck in Irish, which means how you say good luck in British English spoken by Irish people is good luck. So what the character means over there is good luck, which means coba saja kalau bisa. Or Darren wants to approach the girl and his friend says, good luck, coba kalau berani, coba kalau bisa. And many of you translate it as, what is it? Semoga berhasil. While actually here, semoga berhasil is used satirically, so it, or ironically, which means it is actually coba saja kalau bisa, like that, okay? And we also know that the pronunciation of U in Irish is also U, like when the boy says drug dealer. I'm sorry, it's quite loud here, but it's okay. Like drug dealer, which means actually drug dealer. And the next problem that I found, which not many of you seem to have realized, is the use of space. I know that this character speaks very fast, and in just half a second, the character can say quite a lot of words, and you cannot contain those many words in just one frame, right? So this is when you need to do a lot of intervention, making the long sentence shorter in translation. Why so? Because you cannot what you cannot put all those words in just two lines without making any intervention. You need to decide what is actually the sentence about and create your own version of the sentence. That way, the readers can get the meaning or the soul of the sentence without you presenting all of the sentences or all of the words, like word by word, okay? So that's what you need to be aware of. And last week I showed you that a translation I think it needs to have 72 to 74 characters, right, in one frame, and it needs to be divided by two lines, right? So each line you need to have maximum, I say again, maximum 32 or 34 words. Oh no, not 32. It's 30 what? 36? 36 characters. You cannot go over that number of characters. And what I found from the translation is that you still, it seems to be very hard for you to be a little bit unfaithful in terms of the word by word meaning, so that eventually you end up having a lot of characters in one line, and some even used more than 3 lines in one screen, and that is something that editors will frown upon. They will just say, come on, do this and make it shorter. That's a must. And added to that, when the character speaks very fast, it means you will need to make more adjustments so that the screen still have the same number of words, but the meaning is captured. And lastly, about the song, Take On Me, Take Me On by a-ha. I know I sound like a robot when I say that. So how do you translate, how do you present the song? Some of you prefer to use take on me, take me on. Some others prefer to translate it as bawalah aku. Some others translate it as hadapi aku. And some others even only use symbols of what notes. And that is also a question. Now, how do you do that? Here, you can use what you did with the translation of the force. You can decide to say put a different formatting to show that it is not the standard sentence line from the character, but it is taken from another source, which is a song. And second, it might be good for you to also find the entire lyric of the song and see what it means. Now, what do you think does take on me and take me on mean? If you go to an idioms dictionary, you will find that take on me means face me. Come on, see me, fight with me, or hadapi aku in Indonesian. While take me on has a different meaning. It actually means hire me, employ me, or terimalah aku, like when you apply for something, okay? So the meaning, if you really want to translate it into Indonesian, needs to be somewhat faithful to the entire song so that it can also create a good meaning in the movie. If you look at the movie, what is this scene? It's about a guy approaching a girl, asking her to be a model in his video clip, which is still hypothetical, still fictional, right? Now, this guy wants her to accept it. It's like he's proposing something, okay? He's proposing something, and the girl is, we don't know what she is going to have, right? So it just fits that the meaning of the song is hadapi aku. Hadapi aku, which means he's facing the reality. He's not afraid of facing the girl. And the second one is terimalah aku, like accept me, hire me. It's from the girl's perspective. So it is reasonable. The song makes sense there in that particular scene. So that's a good thing to consider. Now, next, we will go to an example of a brief that I have promised you, right? And here is what I got from my first clients like years ago when they wanted me to make a subtitle of an interview. So they wanted me to use not more than 36 characters per line, including spaces and punctuation. Have you done that? This is really important. That's not my sentence, okay? It's the sentence I got verbatim from my client. So have you done this? Like what Diacinta says? If you haven't done that, then it's something for you to revise. And next, it shouldn't have more than 2 lines per subtitle or per frame. That is of huge importance. And the others are normal, no subtitle should be on the screen for more than 6 seconds. If the character speaks slowly about the same thing, but you need to keep it on over there, then use two lines of translation, so that after 1 line is done for 6 seconds, the next 6 seconds is another line, but with the same words. And here about numbering, if the number that the character says is 10 or below, then it should be written as words, okay? But if it is above 11, then it should be in numbers. And that's all. And last thing, if the character says something but halts or pauses, then you are expected to put asterisks here or ellipses to show that it's still hanging. And many of you did it well when it comes to this uh, last message in the brief. But the first two lines, I think you really need to work hard to somewhat to fulfill these requirements. The meaning of a subtitle doesn't necessarily represent, not the meaning, the words do not necessarily need to represent the actual words in the original, but the meaning can be presented with with fewer words. And I know it's hard. Some of you mentioned that after last week's class, it's not easy to do that. But well, uh, it is related to our physiological condition. We as humans cannot read more than 76 characters in one frame in 6 seconds. It would be in vain for you to present something beautifully, faithfully, but not legibly. Okay, so please consider again for this one, and it relies on your ability in understanding the original meaning and presenting it in a new uh, language. And that's the challenge of literary translation. That's why I insisted that movie subtitling is part of literary translation. Okay, I think that's all from me. I'm really happy that I can show you this. And after this, what you need to do is uh, check on your translation again and see what part you need to change, but you don't have to revise it. Just give me what you need to change. All right, guys, thank you very much. Bye.